Every morning, we're getting you ready for the day ahead with the stories you need to know about the coronavirus pandemic.
Yes, and we begin this morning with signs that North Carolina is ready to move forward. This morning at 11 o'clock, Northlake Mall will reopen its doors for the first time since the stay-at-home order took effect. The mall says that it'll have rules in place to keep employees and customers safe. Eyewitness News reporter Gina Esposito is at the mall to break down those specific changes, and she'll have a live report in just a few minutes.
Well, the number of U.S. deaths from coronavirus was at its lowest level last week since the start of April. The number of deaths, though, still substantial at 9,200, but the 7-day average is down to a little more than 1,300 a day. Health officials say that shows social distancing and other restrictions are containing the spread of the virus.
And in South Carolina, you can go work out, you could get your hair cut, maybe even get your nails done, all starting today as the gyms and the salons are allowed to reopen. And that is welcome news, not only for the business owners, but for some of the people who are just fed up with staying inside.
Yeah, and while those businesses can reopen, many of them will look a whole lot different from what you might be used to. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Castura is live in Rock Hill outside of a gym that opened up, about an hour ago now, Anthony?
About an hour ago, and since then, John, we've actually moved inside. And after nearly 2 months, 9 Round here in Rock Hill is officially back open this morning. Now, before they closed, their workout sessions were jam-packed, but under the state's new guidelines, only 7 people are allowed in this room, including the trainer. Now, they just finished a workout about 15 minutes ago. That's why we have moved inside, and they have been cleaning ever since. But these new rules apply to any gym you go to. The state only allows each facility to operate at 20% capacity. Everyone inside is required to maintain their social distance, and all the equipment, tables, and chairs must be sanitized throughout the day. In 9 Round, the owners added even more regulations like marking the mats to make sure people are 6 feet apart, and they're asking customers to schedule their classes online, which they've never done before, to give them adequate time to clean. But the big takeaway here is if you feel any kind of sickness at all, stay home.
I think there's a lot of people that are they've been cooped up inside, and it's time for us to go through and do something. When it comes to working out, it's important to be able to make sure that you have a strong immune system. That way, when you do come in contact with any of the flu viruses or COVID-19 or any of those things, that you are strong enough, your body is strong enough to be able to go through and fight that off.
Now, in addition to the state's regulations, a lot of gyms are adding even more measures to make their customers and their employees feel safe. For instance, this is the long list of rules that's posted outside of 9 Round here in Rock Hill. But before you head out to your gym this morning, you want to make sure you check out those policies. Yeah. John?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how many people take advantage of things opening up there in South Carolina today. Anthony Castura live for us this morning. It's not just the private gyms making changes. The Rock Hill YMCA on Charlotte Avenue, those workers, they were scrubbing and repainting the gym equipment, making sure it's 10 feet apart. Aerobic workouts will be limited now. Treadmills wrapped in caution tape. You'll find disinfectant at every station. The CEO says people with pre-existing conditions should avoid the gym for now.
If you have pre-existing conditions, if you're at risk, I would encourage you probably not to come into the Y right now. And that's a tough thing to say, but it's the right thing to say.
Well, pools and locker rooms will not be open just yet. Other close contact businesses that can open today include nail salons, spas, tanning salons, massage therapy, and tattoo parlors. In North Carolina, it'll be at least another 5 days before leaders consider reopening gyms and salons. But shoppers can get a little walking in maybe this morning at Northlake Mall.
That's a way to combine the two. The mall is going to be reopening at 11 o'clock this morning, so just a few more hours, but not all the stores inside will be back open, so be ready for that. We got Eyewitness News reporter Gina Esposito live for us in North Charlotte with a look at the changes and the rules you'll have to follow. Gina?
Yeah, Brittany, quiet out here now, but like you mentioned, just about 5 hours, Northlake Mall here will reopen. And like other malls in our area, customers, they're going to have to follow some rules. So I want to show you some of the guidelines that the mall has posted on its website here. It asks that people practice social distancing in the parking lot and inside the mall and use hand sanitizer stations as you enter and exit the mall. Face masks aren't required but are recommended. Some stores may require one in order to enter. Individual stores may also limit the number of people inside at a time. Now, if the mall's reopening is anything like South Park's mall, we could expect to see people today. Now, here's some video from South Park Mall's reopening about 2 weeks ago, and at the time, only 40 of 140 stores reopened. Now, hours at Northlake may vary by store, and some stores here may not reopen today, which is why it's important to check the website before arriving here. Same goes for restaurants. Some restaurants here will be reopening, but you will not be allowed to eat in the food court. Back to you.
All right, a lot of different things to navigate, Gina. Thank you. Now, as South Carolina continues its reopening process, health officials are keeping a close eye on the percentage of tests that come back positive. So far, the state reported 163 new cases yesterday, but that was with more than 7,400 tests performed. So the percent of positive tests was just 2.2%. North Carolina saw another big jump in cases, reporting 530 new cases on Sunday alone. That brings the total to over 18,500. But testing remains near some of the highest levels we have seen, and that's good news. North Carolina's Department of Health and Human Services site shows more than 8,000 tests were done. Officials have a goal of testing 5,000 to 7,000 people per day. So Sunday was the 5th straight day that the state has surpassed its goal. So far, 21 children have tested positive in Robeson County just this month. Officials there say that those children are under 12 years old, and fortunately, none have had to be admitted to the ICU. The county health director also says that these cases are not like that mysterious inflammatory illness that we've reported on.
Every day, Atrium Health is bringing coronavirus testing to our communities, and today they'll have mobile testing sites at Weeping Willow AME Zion Church in East Charlotte and Propel Church in Mount Pleasant. The testing's happening from 10 until 4 o'clock. The Rowan County Health Department is also providing mobile testing for their community. They will be at Rowan Helping Ministries on Long Street from 1 to 5 p.m. for walk-ins and appointments. Testing's free. You get results in 24 hours.
And